Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. My name is Adam, and I'm back with you for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of my stories today. So this is my primary objective from now on. So um, today I'm going to talk to you about my own. Yeah, so it's just going to be my own stories today. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. Today, um, the story starts out when I got a couple of stories, a couple of interesting stories. So this happened a couple of times in my future, so in my past actually, and both of them have to require earthquakes. So this is going to be an interesting story. So the first story was back in '95, because my dad usually works in the garage on his cars sometimes, which back then was actually a Isuzu Trooper. And he was outside working, cleaning up the inside of his car, which he usually does about every week. And all of a sudden, I thought he came upstairs to play a trick on me, because my dad's usually pretty victorious for playing interesting tricks on me sometimes. And for some reason, I thought he was shaking my my dresser, and I was about to say, and I was like, "Dad, stop shaking my dresser, for crying out loud!" And I didn't hear any voice, and I didn't see a shadow. I was like, "What the heck?" And then I looked over at my, because I had the light on, and then I looked over at my lamp, and my lamp was shaking, and then all of a sudden my bed started shaking. I was like, "Uh-oh." I was like, "That's an earthquake." And I was like, "Uh-oh, that's an earthquake." And that was my very first earthquake. As a matter of fact, I was actually, listening to a Mariners game at this time when this all took place. This actually happened right during a Mariners game, right in the middle of a Mariners game. So, and that to me was actually kind of interesting. So, and that was pretty interesting, to say the least. Now, the second one, I was actually at school. This was in 2001, and this was actually in my first year of high school, very first year. So this was actually my very first year in high school, and I know my dad, and I knew this time my dad was actually at work, and all of a sudden, the whole building started shaking, and I was like, "Oh, great! It's an earthquake." I was like, what a perfect time for an earthquake to actually happen. It's when you're at school. I was like, for crying out loud. Wow, that was strong. Man, that was a strong, but I gotta tell you what, that was a strong one. That was a really strong quake. That was the strongest one I've ever felt in my life. I have never felt an earthquake like that, quite that strong before. Because that one, the first one that I was in, registered at 3.2 magnitude. This one, that happened when I was at school, back in 2001. This one was a 6.8. This was a 6.8 magnitude earthquake. And I was like, sheesh Louise. I was like, that's a strong earthquake. I was like, I can't believe that. So yeah, that was a pretty strong earthquake, to say the least. Because it started shaking and shaking and shaking. I was like, man, this is gonna last for a long time. This one lasted for 2 minutes. That one lasted up to about 2 minutes. I was like, sheesh. I was like, that was long. It was a long earthquake. I've never felt an earthquake quite that long before, so that was pretty interesting. So, but yeah, that was pretty. I'm gonna add another story here, but this one actually has to do with it when I was actually at camp, and this was actually the same year actually. And this was actually the same year. So this was 2001. And I went to summer camp. Both me and my sister went to summer camp. So, and our cabin was just down at the lake, just kind of relaxing and kind of playing around a little bit, just playing at the lake. And all of a sudden, I just kind of heard this faint sound. I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "What the heck is that sound?" And then all of a sudden we heard it again. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's thunder. I was like, uh-oh. And then all of a sudden this thunderstorm came right out of nowhere. So we had to run back up to our cabin because it was quite a ways back. So, from the lake. So we had to run right back to the cabins. And then by the time we got inside, it started pouring. I was like, yeah, good thing we decided to get back when we did. Because halfway there, because you're not supposed to be in the middle of a field during a thunderstorm, and this one actually shot out a bolt. I was like, good thing that wasn't near us, or else that probably would have hit us. So that was pretty close. So, but anyways, yeah, that's gonna probably do it for me for this video. If you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and turn on the post notification bell if you so that way you'll be alerted when you get so you'll be notified when I do upload videos. Anyways, I will catch you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Take care.